Hello everybody, welcome to the History Behind the Game. Today we're tackling Trismegistus and talking about the historical roots of the titular character. You might know Trismegistus as the new board game released by Board & Dice, a game where you play the part of alchemists following the teachings of the legendary Hermes Trismegistus in order to experiment, invent, and transmute metals into pure gold, all to achieve everlasting greatness and well-earned victory. But what you might not know is that the history of this golden boy reaches back to antiquity. This is the history of Trismegistus. Hermes Trismegistus, whose name means thrice greatest, is an amalgam of ancient gods that give us the world's greatest magician, the author of 40,000 books, and the designer of the Giza pyramids. So great is Trismegistus that the Greeks considered him the father of all esoteric knowledge, alchemy, astrology, numerology, mysticism, and occult philosophy. Although the name might ring familiar, Hermes Trismegistus is not the Hermes that we know contemporarily as Zeus's herald, though that is part of his origin. Rather, this Hermes was considered a peer to Moses, as well as a pagan prophet who spoke of Christianity before the forthcoming Christian revelation. He is mentioned in the Quran as highly regarded and truthful, later appearing in the early literature of Freemasonry, and has even been associated with the Illuminati. The origins of Trismegistus began with two gods, the first being the self-produced ibis-headed Egyptian Thoth, originally a moon god who provided light at night. Thoth was eventually considered the inventor of all works of science, religion, philosophy, hieroglyphics, and magic. The second god was Thoth's Greek counterpoint, Hermes, the wing-footed trickster with caduceus in hand, messenger of the gods, was himself considered god of oration, wealth, communication, including divination, luck, trickery, commerce, thieves, which probably has to do with commerce, and travelers as he guides souls to the river Styx. Over time, and as cultures moved and merged, Thoth and Hermes blended and led to what or who we now call Trismegistus. With this pedigree, Trismegistus presented unfathomable omniscience, so much so that the Greeks further declared this Hermes to be the inventor of even more things, including astronomy, mathematics, medicine, botany, theology, civilized government, the true author of every work of every branch of knowledge, human and divine. No wonder there were 40,000 books. Even though, with time, polytheism would fall out of favor, Trismegistus remained relevant and would continue to influence culture and live on in the Kybalion, a foundational book in the New Thought movement of the 20th century. In it, 7 principles credited to Hermes are listed that themselves influenced philosophies to come and, some say, predicted scientific breakthroughs. The principles are mentalism, the idea that all is mind; correspondence, the planes of being and life interact and should live in harmony; vibration, the idea that motion is manifest in everything in the universe, that nothing rests and everything moves, vibrates, and circles. Some have even suggested this to be the forefather of string theory. Polarity, 2 poles exist for everything at once, is and isn't, truth and mistruth. Rhythm, all things have an ebb and flow back and forth. Cause and effect, every cause has an effect and every effect has a cause. Gender, that aspect of all planes will lean more towards thoughtful work or willful work. That's a pretty heavy backstory for a figure that today mostly appears in role-playing games and conspiracy documentaries. Hope you found this interesting. Let us know if there are any other people, places, or things in board games that you would like to know the genesis of. And of course, stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you next time here on the History Behind the Game.